Neuroscientists are scientists who study the brain. There are various techniques to map areas of the brain to specific functions. So when we talk about mapping the brain, what we're actually referring to is identifying functions of different areas within the brain. So what techniques can be used to study the brain? The three main techniques to study the brain are studying brain damage, electrical stimulation, and MRI scanning. Let's first have a look at studying patients that have brain damage. So for example, let's say a patient has had a stroke in this part of the brain. A stroke is what happens when blood supply to part of the brain is cut off, leading to damage. As a result of this damage, we find that people get a loss of balance. This resulting loss of balance could teach us that this part of the brain is responsible for balance. How about some more technological ways of studying the brain? This next technique is electrical stimulation. This involves stimulating a specific part of the brain with a tiny electrode and seeing what happens. The effect of this could be distorted vision, so that tells us that this part of the brain is likely responsible for eyesight. This is a very invasive way of studying the brain, so what is a less invasive method? So the last example and the least invasive is MRI scanning. MRI stands for magnetic resonance imaging. With this method, somebody is put inside a machine that produces a strong magnetic field that gives an image of the brain. So what does an image produced by an MRI look like? During an MRI, patients may be asked to perform specific tasks. This image shows an MRI scan of the brain. You can see that there are parts on each of these brains that are highlighted yellow and orange. This represents the most active parts of the brain when the scan was taken. So some examples of tasks that the patients might be given during a brain scan could be listening, looking at images, or speaking. In this image, the task that was given to the patient on the left was speech. The task for this central image was to tap their finger, and the task for this image on the far right was listening. You can see how different parts of the brain have been highlighted for these different activities, suggesting that these are the parts of the brain responsible for the corresponding task. This helps us to map out the brain. So for example, you give a patient a task, look at which section lights up, and then map parts of the brain related to that task.
Thanks for watching. If you want to take your GCSE revision to the next level, head over to launchpadlearning.com and check out our smart learning platform that's been designed to get you top results in your exams. We cover your whole specification and make revision fun with interactive quizzes, easy to follow videos, and more. You'll be kept motivated by your own AI tutor who's here to support you every step of the way. To check it out for yourself, click here. Or click here to keep watching a selection of the videos from our full GCSE Biology course. See you there!